Welcome back guys to another Zero DTE video, and today Ernie's going to be talking about low volume trading zones, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description where you can find Ernie's education platform. Enjoy guys.
So in terms of analysis, here's my analysis from the daily profile. So there's obviously way more going further back, but it appears as if there is a crevice right here that we seem to find some resistance on, which I didn't mark up before on the daily. It looks like it is definitely there, and I can see it because I don't think there's any data beyond the 21st there. So what I'm saying then is that I could put a line right about there that appears to have some strength.
Ernie, what's the best way of thinking about call them the low volatility crevices that you're just talking about? On the one hand, it's a form of resistance. On the other hand, it's an area that if prices move through that area, they'll move through it quickly, right? So is it really both elements and both effects should be considered at all times?
Yeah, it's both. It's in general, when you go through these low volume areas, price tends to move quickly through them. Right? But there's always structural elements in the way. I try to go back to the desert analogy. You come out of the mountains and you come into the plains of the desert, right? And I don't know if you've ever experienced that or not, but a lot of deserts have multiple plains to them. It's usually flat all the way across the desert, but then some deserts, I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but they have high plains and a low plains. And it's really weird. You're riding along the desert and it's flat, and then all of a sudden you're on that road and it's like a big hill, and you go up and then you go up to another flat plane. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like that, but maybe that's what one of these crevices are. It's another topological feature of that desert. So the general behavior of the desert's still the same. It's still hot as hell, and it's still flat, and you want to get across it fast. But every once in a while you come across something like that, a crossroad, or I guess, or high plains, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. Those low level areas, for whatever reason, persist. Why do they persist? It doesn't matter why. It's just the fact that they do. So the answer to your question is yes, it's both. You know, it's both still exhibiting that predominant behavior of trying to find new value somewhere. Sometimes it ends up in the middle of the low volume level, that valley, and hangs out there long enough that it starts developing what I call a child node or a smaller node. And that node might grow up. That can happen too.
Very good.
So it's a fluid situation, but there are certain properties that we can recognize that are obviously true, and you can see them play out. But to sit there and think that based on what it is right now, it's going to behave the way I say it's going to behave. That's a dumb way to approach it. It's likely to behave the way you think it's going to behave because of past observation and because of the tracks that have been laid down. The topology, the structure is there. When I want to go to a high plains in a desert, I just step on the gas a little bit more and up the hill and then get to the top.
Thanks for watching guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button below. If there's any questions that you might have for Coach Ernie, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Thanks guys.